Yes, my name is Bapi. That is my tribal name.
What would that mean, Mary, in
Well,
English?
I asked Polly. You'd remember old Polly, perhaps? I said to Polly one day, "Hey, Polly," I was saying it in Aboriginal.
How would you say it?
Yaka wanyu ringira Bapi. That is, what is the meaning of puppy, Bapi? Oh, she said, you know, Mary, cousin grandmother.
Cousin. Mrs. Wardle, you could speak these languages quite well.
Oh, yes, I can. Well, I say I can. It's so many years since I talked to anyone, but I can hold an ordinary conversation with it, you know. I could...
Did they ever meet and fight or anything like that? Will they respect each other's territories?
Oh, no. The three tribes that were here didn't fight.
No.
The Kukuminis came in once from the Mitchell. They were a wild tribe. And they tied up a lot of the young women they were in the river over at Woodville. And one of the old men, I think it was one of the Wanyurikas, got away and came up and told my father that these Kukuminis were going to kill all the white people that night. And they collected bullock bells, stock whips, guns, anything that would make a noise, tins, anything. And at a given signal, they got on top of the bank there. And all this din started, and of course the Kukuminis, they never ever came back, but they took one young woman with them. But my recollection most of it was hanging onto my mother's skirt. I was terrified.
Was it a black woman they took?
Yes, one of the young women, yes.
One of the black ones, yes.
Yeah, never ever saw her again. An old woman, Ngamukalam, she was very fond of my mother, and it was not long before my mother died. My mother died here, you know. And she crawled in beside my mother's bed. And mother's was Mrs. Richards, and they always called her Richard. And she had a squeaky sort of a voice, and she said, "Richard, you die, me die." Well, Richard died, and so did she. She fretted after my mother died, and she died. And I had an awful lot to do with the Aboriginals. I was always with them. One old woman used to carry me around on her shoulders. She used to give me quite a lot of lectures. She taught me most of the Aboriginal language, you know, and because my name is Mary, you see, and she would, perhaps I'd say, "Oh, Polly, what's that?"
Chuku, we call the tree.
"Ah, Mary," she said, "what's the matter with you? I've been learning you."
Chuku? Up there? That's the tree.
When I was young, it wasn't considered ladylike. They tried to stop me even from learning the Aboriginal language. It wasn't ladylike, you see. But nevertheless, I learned it. I remember there's one gully, and sometimes the water will sort of make a noise as it goes under the bank, sort of a clucking noise. Well, the water devil lived in there. That was the Muramali. He lived in there, and I was terrified of that place. Well, I went back about 4 years ago, I think. And do you know that I still could feel that fear? People don't understand. They're marvelous people as far as I'm concerned. I think they're wonderful people. But still, you must let him live his life as he wishes it. You can't make a white man out of him. You only make just a poor white man. Whereas he's a superior black man very often. When I left here, they collected what money they had and gave me a presentation, you know. And,
The dark people?
Yes. Oh. And they came to the railway station to see me go that morning, and they said, "Oh, puppy, don't you go that country. That's not your country. You go there, you die."
Julio, here. Here you are. Please take your ID.
Oh, so sweet, kind of shy. Makes me wonder if I
Testing 1, 2, 3.
That's going to be a great big song for Jody Miller. Jody Miller and He's So Fine. This is 4am Atherton Mariba, broadcasting to Cairns and the Tablelands, right across the length and breadth of far north Queensland. Current temperature Mariba studio, 86 degrees. It's a hot and dusty day in Mount Mulligan today. Today, of course, is the big day for the 50th anniversary of the Mount Mulligan mining disaster. The 50-mile dusty road is absolutely packed with the vehicles of an estimated 1,000 ex-residents who will be heading back to Mount Mulligan for the commemoration. So if you're on the old Mount Mulligan road, make sure that you drive with care and caution because road safety does begin with you.
We always think of you.
Oh,
Like we do.
that's awfully nice of you.
Yeah.
I've met so many, do you know, that they come up to me and they say, look, do you know who I am? Look, I haven't the faintest notion who it is.
Mrs. Wardle, it's a long while since we met. You mightn't remember me.
No.
Herb Garrity from Kingsborough.
Herb who?
Garrity.
Oh, you lived up near the Catholic Church.
That's right. That's right.
Your father used to tap dance. They call it tap dance now. We call it step dancing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a long
fancy.
time ago.
Oh, lovely to see you.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
And you're all the best.
Thank you. It's a lifetime since we met.
Goes back too far. Mrs. Wardle, I have to say hello too. You seem to remember me? Bob Cummings?
Oh, well, of course. I saw you in Port Douglas, Bob.
That's right there.
But you didn't know me and I didn't know you.
That's right there. That's your guy.
Yes.
That's Jim. Jim Cummings.
Oh, hello, Jim.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Pleased to meet you.
Away.
Great fun.
Right.